This video introduces Oracle EBS Project Management, your future cost control solution. So why are project cost controls so important? Is it because project failures are a real risk and the costs are high? Certainly, failure not only means canceled projects, but overruns and delays, and costs represent real losses for organizations and economies around the world. There's several studies that can be cited, such as only 1 in 40 companies successfully complete 100% of their projects, or that approximately 18% of companies have had cost overruns of 200% on average and schedule overruns of almost 70%. Those are definitely big numbers, but an often overlooked fact with project overruns is the fact that there's an opportunity cost when schedules run longer than expected or budgets are exceeded by the actual cost of project delivery. Not only are you failing on the current project, but you're losing time that could have been dedicated to other worthy projects, or you're running out of funds to be able to pursue other opportunities. So how does Oracle's Enterprise Project Performance Management help? First of all, it provides visibility and control across your business lines, and this allows you to align your project execution with your key business drivers. It also allows you to optimize your project supply chain. This is something you'll see a lot more in the future from us, but this essentially allows you to collaborate with your suppliers and align your business plans and schedules and eliminate waste across the value chain. And then finally, the strength of Oracle EBS has always been a single integrated solution spanning all critical areas of the business. The red outline shows the breadth of the eBusiness Suite project application, but we're going to focus on the red shaded boxes here for project management, the planning and scheduling, budgeting, forecasting, change management, and earned value management. Now let's move on to how you can control your projects with Oracle Project Management. Every project lifecycle has many different phases, whether it's acquiring the work, planning the work, right through to project closeout and operate and maintain. This video is going to focus more on the execution phase of your project, so like change management, budgeting and forecasting, and physical progress collection. I've used the term project controls quite a bit, but let's define what that means. Project controls encompass your people, processes, and ERP tools that you use to plan, manage, and mitigate any cost and schedule issues on your projects. So with that in mind, let's go and look at what does EBS projects bring from the ERP tool perspective. Visibility and control throughout the lifecycle of a project is essential. So our solution allows project managers to plan your work and timelines, resource the project, and create financial plans. It allows team members to execute on the work by sharing documents, raising and resolving issues, and it also allows control throughout the project by allowing the project manager and team members to raise changes and resolve them. Also rely on accurate real-time performance metrics and communicate to all stakeholders. Now we'll talk about using work plans to control your project activities. So you can plan your project work as an unlimited work breakdown structure of tasks with as much or as little detail as needed. We offer a simplified work plan creation and maintenance process, so you can create a work plan from a project template or an existing project, or by integrating with a scheduling tool. And this is important because it introduces a repeatable process for your project managers to follow. We also have a deliverables management system integrated, so you can use deliverables to complete your project management flow and integrate with other business functions such as supply chain planning or purchasing. We also offer work plan approval so that you would have your work plans flow through your business approval process before they're published. And then finally, our work plan versioning captures and manages any changes to your work plan so you can identify any trends such as schedule slippage, and you can hold multiple iterations of your plan. EBS Project Manager also offers a streamlined budget creation and approval process. You can create financial plans for your cost, your revenue, or both together, and you can use Excel and import those through an ADI process. Importantly, for our global customers, we also have full multi-currency support. You can route your budgets for approval and also track your baseline in multiple versions so you can trend them over time. Efficient progress tracking is at the heart of any accurate forecasting system, so we offer different options to help you track your progress. You can either collect it centralized by your project manager or decentralized by having your team members assigned to the work enter their progress. Then that progress gets rolled up And we offer the ability for project managers or task members to override their actual progress collected. Our work plan baseline and publishing feature allows you to communicate the agreed upon plan to your team members so that they can begin work on their project. As they work on it and they communicate feedback back, you would now use our versioning process to create new versions, then republish those out to the field with the updated progress, and then the cycle continues where they communicate progress back and you continue with the versioning throughout the life cycle of the project. Now let's have a look at the change management process, which is really at the heart of a lot of projects to keep it on time and on budget. Most change management processes begin with an issue that can get raised by a team member or project manager, and then eventually can turn into a change request, and if approved, can turn into a change order. So EBS Project Management offers you a process to efficiently create, track, and then implement your change requests and change orders. It also provides you visibility from the creation process right through to implementation. Your project managers can track the impact of your pending changes and then route for approval via workflow-driven notifications. And your change orders can impact the project in one or more areas, including your work plan, financial plan, staffing, and contracts. As I mentioned earlier, efficient progress tracking is really going to pay off in your project forecasting and make them more accurate and efficient. So our EBS project management offers multiple what-if scenarios for your project forecasting. You can create them automatically based on actual costs, future commitments, and your project plans. So you could base it on your work plan in progress. You can base it on a resource schedule or a financial plan such as a budget. You can also create it based on an average of actual transactions that you've collected to date. And then optionally, you can include any change documents, open commitments, or billing events. And then knowing that projects change quite often, we allow the ability to adjust your forecast. So you can change quantity, rates, cost, or revenue by a percent across a selection of tasks and resources. Final piece I want to talk about is earned value management. And this can be considered as the holy grail of your planning, budgeting, and forecasting process because it's the truest indicator of whether your project is successful or not based on your plans. Earned value management is a way to manage your projects by understanding your mathematical relationship between your project scope, your work, and your budget. It's required in certain industries, but I understand a lot of our customers aren't using it. You definitely need a very disciplined project management methodology and a very consistent cost tracking system. Earned value management also introduces a lot more overhead to managing your projects, but the benefit is that you have the most concise view of what is exactly causing the cost overruns on your projects. Let's have a look at a simple example to help explain the concepts. So on the screen here you can see we've planned our project, we have a planned value curve, and we know what our budget at completion is going to be. As time goes on, we start to execute, we gather progress, we gather actual costs, and now we can start to plot out what's the actual cost coming in and then forecast what the future of the project is going to be. So the blue line shows our actual cost, the dotted line shows our forecast. From here we can calculate some things now. So we have a new estimate at completion which shows up, and it shows we're going to have a higher cost later in the project, and we're also going to finish at a longer time frame. So that's our estimate at completion. And then using earned value, we can understand what portion of that is the cost variance and what portion of that is a schedule variance. Now the other thing we can start to understand is based on the amount of work we've completed, how are we doing? So our budgeted cost of the work we've performed, or earned value, shows the red line there. We should have only spent up to the red line up to today. We've actually spent up to the blue line. That means we have a negative cost variance or we have negative earned value on this project. So this hopefully helps you understand a little bit about the powerful earned value management reporting capabilities. Last but not least, of course, is your project performance reporting. So from a centralized view, you can review your overall status of your projects, be alerted to significant issues with your project status, and then drill down to any root cause of the problem so that it helps keep your project stay on course. In order to do this, you can set up your performance rules against schedule and financial measures and generate report exceptions. And we offer a centralized HTML-based view to review all the information for a single project, whether that's earned value, your cost information, or your cost stat. Out of the box, we also provide a lot of project performance reports with on-page settings so you can define your report view. It allows you to view information in a graphical or report format and, of course, export your results to Excel. And we also have introduced a new Project Manager reporting pack, which allows you to define your own reports using XML-based tools. This was the first recording of our ongoing series introducing EBS projects. Our next series is going to talk more about project management essentials. Then we'll have another session about generating and editing budgets. In future sessions, we'll cover topics such as project resource management, project billing, and your different reporting options for projects.